My name is Kaz and welcome to this ink dev look at the Lunar Blaster. The Lunar Blaster is a plaster type weapon. It costs 7,700 gold and has stat-wise low range, low fire rate, but a high impact. Impact for plaster type weapons is basically their damage, wrapped in with the radius of their ink explosion. Its sub-weapon is the ink mine and its special weapon is the ink Zuka. As always, first let's talk about its shooting trail. With only 2 meters, it has a very low range, but as you can see, it has a very big explosion. Looking at the other two blasters, the Rapid Blaster and the, normal blaster, the Lunar Blaster has the biggest explosion of the three of them. So the shooting trail is very wide, but also very condensed range-wise. Next, let's talk about its damage per hit as well as its TTK, or time to kill. A direct hit with the Lunar Blaster does about 125 damage. Of course, the further your target is away from the ink explosion, the less damage you will do to them. Which means that the Lunar Blaster is only able to one-shot kill enemies which are about 1.5 meters away. Its TTK is at exactly 300 milliseconds, just like the normal blaster. The Rapid Blaster is of course way slower with about 800 milliseconds. Interestingly enough, with this TTK, it is quicker than most high fire rate shooters. But at the 2 meter range it is incredibly weak. It takes about 1 second to kill a target with 2 shots. Compared to the blaster, which only takes 400 milliseconds, and the Rapid Blaster, which takes about 900 milliseconds. As you can see, range really is its weakness. Last but not least, let's talk about its role and its abilities in combat. The Lunar Blaster is of course a close range weapon. It is incredibly deadly in close quarters, and because of its exploding projectile is able to shoot around corners. It could be best compared to a real life shotgun. Of course, it has some very unique properties which make it a bit more different. Most importantly, of course, its exploding ink blob. Even though the explosion is pretty big, the Lunar Blaster can only really kill an enemy with one shot if you hit them spot on. So it might seem like at first that you don't really have to aim at all and just have to do the explosion do its part, but that is not really the case. The fire rate of the Lunar Blaster is so low that you will lose every direct encounter when you are not able to disengage. So your aiming should be on point. Of course, it should be noted that indirect hits are important as well. You can divert enemies with your explosion, damage one then more enemy, and kill them quickly when they have taken damage already from your teammates or from standing in your ink. Now onto your sub and special weapon. Your ink mines are incredibly useful. They can cover your escape when you fail to kill an enemy, catch enemies unaware at certain choke points, or warn you when an enemy is trying to sneak up on you. Try to use them often. Its special weapon, the ink Zuka, is there to cover its major weakness, range. With it you are able to kill all enemies easily which try to keep you at bay. It is also incredibly useful to reach enemies which try to camp at far away or high places. In conclusion, the Lunar Blaster is a close quarter powerhouse. With it you should avoid any type of long range encounter and get into the middle of things to utilize its incredibly deadly ink explosion and its quick TTK. I hope that you liked this ink dev look at the Lunar Blaster. My name is Kaz and I hopefully see you next time.